Why, hello, everybody. It's Tuesday. Isn't it weird? I actually don't know what your lives are like right now. I hope they are relatively stable and nothing has changed. Hopefully, there have been no volcanoes or anything like that that have hit Maine over the weekend. I'm just going to assume that you are not covered in volcanic ash, that the earth has not opened up and swallowed Minot or Mechanic Falls or Poland, and that you are all just like ready to learn about lines. This class right here, mini video class, sorry, substitute for the real thing, unfortunately is the most important class that we have thus far had. I'm about to give you an equation in a little bit that you absolutely need to memorize, will absolutely be on the AP test, will absolutely be on, probably 50-70% of all the quizzes that I give you between now and January. Actually, oh my gosh, between January, yeah. 80 or 90, okay? So I'm really happy you're listening to this video. In calculus, you need to be really good with lines. And luckily, most of you are already pretty good. Like, do you all know the way in what the algebraic rule for a line is? Y equals mx plus b. And this is the slope, and this is the y-intercept, and everybody's happy. Right? Perfect. Okay. There is another formula that is more useful because a lot of times in calc, you're given 2 points and told to find what equation goes through those points. What line goes through those points? What its equation is. So let's say you've got here's a line. Let's say that this is over 1 and up 8, and let's say this is over, 7 and up 2, okay? Well, what's the y equals for this guy? That can be a hassle to find if you need to figure out the slope and the y-intercept. You can do it, right? Probably some of you are remembering, I just find the slope, and then all I have to do is find the y-intercept, but that's where y is 0, that's where x is 0. That will work totally, okay? I'm just going to show you another way that we'll get there kind of more directly, okay? So again, this is the most important formula that I have given you yet. It's more important than negative exponents because it comes up so often. It's called, if this is the y-intercept form, slope-intercept form, I'm sorry. This is the slope-intercept form. Because you need the slope and the intercept, okay? What I'm about to give you is called the point slope form, okay? That's the biggie. I can't erase. Well, doesn't matter if I'm writing low on the board, does it? Point slope form. Bam. So here it is. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I just gave you one of the gold medal formulas that is used in calculus. You have to memorize that. I can explain why it will give you the equation of a line just like that guy will, but not on the video because that's going to be kind of a hassle because I won't be able to tell who's understanding it and who isn't. For now, just memorize this, knowing 3 things. Do you see, like, up here, this is not the equation of any particular line. This is just the general equation of a line, right? You need to find the slope. You need to find the y-intercept. And then you'll actually have a particular equation for a particular line. Same thing down here. You need to fill in, just like up here, you need to fill in 2 slots. Here you need to fill in 3 slots, okay, for you to have a particular equation for a particular line. One of them is this guy right here. You need to fill in that slot. One of them is this guy right here. You need to fill in that slot. And then you need to fill in that slot right there. Well, what do those mean? Here they are. Where x1, y1 is a point. Let me just make sure that it looks like 2 words. Is a point on the line. And m is just still the slope. And m is the slope. Boom. Please memorize that. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, and you need to fill in 3 slots to get a particular equation for a particular line. So how does that play out? Okay, so yeah, that definitely goes in notes, right? This you probably don't even need to write because you just know this one, but this definitely goes in notes. Do your star thing or whatever because you know it's going to be on the test. Let's do it for this guy, okay? And you'll see how it plays out. So if I need to find 3 slots here, well, I've got 2 points. I only need 1 point, so it doesn't matter which point you choose. You're going to get the same answer regardless. So let's just pick the very first one here. So here's a 1 and an 8. So I'm going to have that be my x1 and my y1, okay? x1, y1. So I've already filled in 2 slots. I already know. Can you still see it? Yeah, you can still see. So I already know I've got y minus y1 is 8 equals, and I don't know my m yet, but my x is 1. See how I filled in the 2 slots there? Oh, you can't see my face anymore. Hold on. Okay. And all I need is the slope. How do you find slope? Well, just change the y divided by change in x, right? My m is going to equal 8 minus 2, 1 minus 7, 6. Oh, jeepers. I didn't actually mean for this to happen. I'm getting a slope of negative 1. Did I do that right? Yeah, I think so. You can't call a mistake. Too bad for you. So my slope is negative 1. So now I'm ready. That was the 3rd slot I have to fill in. So the actual equation for this line is y minus 8 equals negative 1 times x minus 1. You give that to me, I'll give you a gold star. You could also have used the 7 and the 2. You put the 2 right here in y1. You put the 7 right here in x1. And believe it or not, they would give you the same answer as this guy. I'm fine with leaving the answer in this form, by the way, but you guys I know are not used to that. You're like, wait, I'm just used to y equals mx plus b. You can turn this into y equals mx plus b. Ready? Watch. I'm just going to distribute that negative 1, so I'll have y minus 8 equals a negative x plus a 1, and then scoot the 8 over. Negative x plus 9. So there's your y equals, and you can tell the slope is negative 1, just like we figured it out, and the y-intercept is 9. And here's the thing. Actually, this would be a good idea for you guys to do. Let's say that somebody else chose the 7 and the 2 instead. So let's say, if I can erase this, I hope you don't mind. Let's say that we put the 2 here and the 7 here. Can you guys just do what I did up here, distribute the negative 1, and I'll do all your stuff? And see if you don't still get this as the line. Hopefully you do. If I haven't messed up and you haven't messed up, they should be identical. It doesn't matter which point you choose. So that's really big, like I said. Point-slope form is this. Memorize it. And remember that there are 3 slots you always got to fill in. 2 of them are the coordinates of a point on the line, and the m is the slope of the line. Okay? Thank you.